Number 5. The cure in the seawater. In Paris, 1904, scientist René Quinton discovered something wild. Seawater has an almost identical chemical makeup to our blood plasma. It's like Mother Nature gave us a free blood bank, and nobody noticed. He started treating sick people with specially filtered seawater, and it worked. He opened free marine clinics all over France, treating everything from severe dehydration to tuberculosis. In one famous case, he saved a baby that was dying from cholera. The child was so dehydrated it looked like a tiny mummy. After getting Quinton's seawater treatment, the baby bounced back in just 2 days. His clinics were saving thousands of lives, especially poor people who couldn't afford regular medicine. But then World War I hit, Quinton died, and suddenly all his research got buried. Big pharmaceutical companies weren't exactly thrilled about a cure that anyone could scoop up from the ocean for free. Today, some doctors in France and Spain still use Quinton plasma for treatments, but most of the world has never heard of it. Number 4. The Flexner Report. In 1910, a report was written that would change medicine forever. Before the Flexner Report, America had all kinds of medical schools. Regular doctors, herbal medicine, naturopathy, and various natural healing methods all existed side by side. Many of these natural doctors were getting amazing results using simple plants and treatments that couldn't be patented. The report was funded by the Carnegie Foundation and Rockefeller Foundation, organizations that had massive investments in the emerging pharmaceutical industry. The aftermath was devastating. Out of 160 medical schools, only 66 survived. Nearly every school teaching natural medicine was eliminated. The report declared that if you can't make it in a lab and sell it in a bottle, it's not real medicine. Since you couldn't patent a plant or slap a fancy label on sunshine and exercise, they were dismissed. Modern medicine became the only accepted way, burying alternatives under paperwork and profit margins. Number 3. The Essiac tea cover-up. Renee Kais, a Canadian nurse in the 1920s, discovered a special herbal tea from a Native American medicine woman. The tea contained burdock root, sheep sorrel, slippery elm, and turkey rhubarb. Renee started giving this tea to terminal cancer patients who doctors had given up on, and they started getting better. One patient with stomach cancer was told he had 3 months to live. After drinking the tea, he lived another 20 years and died of old age. Renee opened a clinic in Ontario and treated thousands of patients. She didn't charge for the treatment, only asked for voluntary donations. When she tried to get her treatment officially approved, large pharmaceutical companies offered her millions for the recipe. Renee refused, fearing they would alter the formula. Then the government seized all her research and shut down her clinic. They claimed they needed to study the formula. That was in 1942, and those study results were never officially released. Today, you can still find Essiac tea online, but whether it's the same formula that was helping all those people remains unknown. Number 2. The vitamin C megadose. Back in the 1970s, Nobel Prize winner Linus Pauling discovered that massive doses of vitamin C could knock out viral infections in just days. These weren't regular orange juice doses. These were megadoses of 15,000 to 100,000 milligrams. That's the equivalent of eating 1,500 oranges in one sitting. Patients with severe viral infections were getting better in 24 to 48 hours. Even people with early-stage sepsis were bouncing back like they'd just had a bad cold. But right when this research was making waves, conflicting studies emerged claiming it didn't work. These studies used much lower doses than Pauling recommended. It's like testing if a car works by putting 1 drop of gas in the tank. The pharmaceutical industry wasn't happy about a cheap vitamin potentially replacing their expensive antivirals. They funded studies designed to fail and launched smear campaigns against Pauling. They labeled him a quack, despite his 2 Nobel Prizes and reputation as one of the greatest scientists of the 20th century. In New Zealand, doctors successfully treated a case of severe viral pneumonia with megadose vitamin C in 2009. The patient was on life support, expected to die. After the vitamin C treatment, they walked out of the hospital 3 weeks later. But you won't hear about that in your local pharmacy. They're busy selling something that costs 100 times more and takes 10 times longer to work. Number 1. The solvent that heals. DMSO started its life as a boring old paper mill byproduct until scientists discovered it could pass through human skin faster than water. It could carry other medicines with it, like a molecular Uber driver for drugs. But DMSO itself could reduce swelling and pain almost instantly. People reported miracle-level relief from arthritis, burns, and sprains. The most bizarre part was that people reported tasting garlic in their mouth minutes after putting DMSO on their skin, putting cream on your knee, and suddenly tasting garlic bread. That's how fast this stuff worked. The FDA wasn't happy about all these miracle stories. They claimed it was dangerous, even though people had been getting it on their skin in paper mills for years with no major problems. DMSO was dirt cheap and couldn't be patented in a way that would make big money. No pharmaceutical company wanted to spend millions testing it for wide use. Today, DMSO is only approved for one rare bladder condition, while many people buy it from veterinary supply stores to treat their own injuries.